3, 2, go. So, what's up, guys? Hope you've been doing good. Today we have a very special episode whereby we've come up with a list of hobbies or a list of things that young men should indulge in, and that can make them better person for themselves, maybe for the community, even like improve their chances with maybe members of the opposite sex and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So today we have Frank, Nick, and Fidesio. So introduce yourselves, and we'll start with Frank.
Interesting episode, and
introduce me.
So my name is Fidesio, and I'm so psyched about this episode.
The main man himself, Nick Mutumbi.
So we have as we had said, we have listed down a few hobbies that we think young men should take up to like improve themselves. So first of all, we start with photography. Photography. I read a book called Camera Game, and this dude was saying how he used photography to be able to relate to women, to raise his confidence. And our guest today, Fidesio, is a photographer, videographer. So today he will add on that. Like, tell us how has photography been for you, like the journey so far?
Okay, that is photography and videography.
And videography, yeah, and film. Uh-huh.
I can say that is videography has helped me to be much more creative, and especially, this is the thing that I'm passionate about. Videography and filmmaking. When you get to tell a story via your camera, and for example, when I'm starting, I feel like I'm enjoying every process of it. When I get a chance, to go to shoot somewhere, whatever it is, I feel so excited, and I feel like my life is going
in a good way. So,
has a purpose.
Let's say for someone who wants to start out, what would you like advise them in case of photography? Because photography is really expensive, because in terms of gear and things like that. So what would you advise someone who wants to start photography?
So when starting out about photography, I can say is, I think you are lucky if you're starting out at this time when you can take a photo with your phone.
Oh yeah.
And back in the days, buying a camera that's the only way you could do photography. But these days you can do it with your phone. And I'm seeing some people on social media doing great photography with their phone.
With their phones, even like most of the videos being consumed, they are all mobile based.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next thing we were talking about is working out. So working out, our boy Nick Mutumbi will tell us a little bit about working out. We had an episode last week about the same, and so how can working out maybe make someone a better person and even change how they relate with life?
So to be honest, working out will kind of overhaul your life entirely. In regards to how it improves your life. In my context, it has kind of sharpened my focus. Sharpened my focus, increased my effectiveness, consequently improving my production. I don't really think it's something that you read in a book, or it's something that you listen on a podcast or stuff like that. Some of these things you actually have to experience. So working out, the best thing that working out does is sharpen your focus. Yeah.
So, and how about maybe confidence wise and things like that? Because there was a lady last week who wanted us to know, do men face do their self-image maybe make them depressed or stuff like that?
Body dysmorphia is real, man. Body dysmorphia is real, because sometimes you feel, you'll go in the shower, take a shower, when you're walking past the mirror shirtless, you're like, oh damn, I really look good. And then this other time you'll be like, oh shit, man, who's this dude? Who's this crony ass dude? Like I thought I was a shit, but like right now I actually look like shit, So we do experience body dysmorphia, but with the gym, of course, comes with a spike in confidence, because first of all you become stronger.
Yeah.
And once you're physically stronger, you even become mentally stronger. Unajua, in case of anything, first of all, I can defend myself, and then I can defend those near me. Yeah. So confidence spikes definitely.
So working out is one of those activities that have like a rolling effect on everything.
That does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other thing we saw is like starting a business and getting your own money. Mr. Frank is the person who has more experience in regards to business. So tell us a little about maybe business. Sounds very serious, you know. So what can like young dudes right now? Maybe you can list maybe 5 fields that they can venture in, like.
Interesting.
Yeah. But start off business. How has business like been for you?
How has business been? Anyway, before March, my hobbies ni cycling, na playing football. It's just that I've been so caught up lately. But the good thing in line with business, right now we are like trying to improve sports locally with my friends, my other friends. And so regarding business, one of the best things you can ever do in business is just to stay curious. Just be on the lookout, what's trending, what's happening, how are your numbers doing. They run businesses but they don't care about their numbers. So like stay curious, know what's the next marketing trend, what's the newest thing in the market and so on. That's number one. Number two, of course, is to follow up with registration and taxation. You get very many tax benefits depending on on how you're running your businesses. And one thing they always say, make sure you always feed the golden goose, and the golden goose here is the taxi man. Any country you go. So if you're running a business, of course they'll catch up with you. You'll think you have a few days, but so follow up with registration, regulation, and so on. Even if you, assuming, let's say you run like a video studio, photography, a small business, and so on and so on. You can register as a business, even when you're negotiating with your clients. Now you negotiate.
It looks legit.
Like you look smarter. You look. That's number one.
Number
like,
2. Sorry.
Then number 3. You asked for 5.
Yeah. I asked for like how many businesses, which fields can young guys go into? Like let's say maybe social media, if selling. Selling
so
stuff.
The steps is to first stay curious. Number 2 is registration. Number 3 now is interest. Because interest, you could wake up next month, busy months next month. So interest comes number 3 to me, and again there's nothing better in this world like having various flows of incomes.
Exactly,
and they could all come from different interests. So it's to check your interest, know
use your interests.
The niche you can tap into on this side, on that side, on that side. Because again, another good thing is that you could also have like you are running some few businesses, 2 are not doing well, but 3 are offsetting everything. And then all of a sudden the 2 are working, 2 more on that side are not working, and that's the advantage of. So do check your interests. Find something you can do along those interests. So one of those that you can do, like Fidesio said about smartphones and cameras, if you're very good with camera tricks, flipping your phone, shooting those nice transitions, you could do that either for yourself and brands will approach you, or you could market yourself and you could be doing that for brands. That's like a two-way of making money from your creativity with your phone. That's number 1. Number 2, if you are a very good writer in a certain topic, you can write for other people, you can write for yourself, and the good thing is that now we have platforms
you can do for free.
Kitambo you would have to like set up a whole blog, worry about. Even now monetization your time haikuwa at all. Nowadays you just create an account, medium.com, you add like payment method, and when you write good content,
you can
monetize
it.
You
also,
can monetize it.
On monetization, how can you like monetize field, and how can you monetize field, or how do you monetize your activities?
So in film, the way people can monetize it is if you're starting out, you can do like documentaries. You can even go to weddings. You can do gigs about that is monetizing. That is film because a wedding is a film. Then also when you get to another level, you can start working with corporate, doing TVCs for them. Then you get to another level where you are making lead film and putting it on theaters and people coming to watch.
So how do you get your inspiration? Because one of the list hobbies we had on this list was reading. How do you get like inspiration for your film or for your like day-to-day work? How do you get your inspiration?
So my inspiration in film, I can see it's about telling stories, and I started reading at a very young age. I remember my dad telling I think I was around class 1, my dad giving me a book to teach myself to read. Then I got a copy about A Tale of Two Cities from
so he has very good diction. He has very good diction.
So from that kind of thing, that really created my thing about storytelling. And I think about film, it's all about
telling stories. So then we can look at I had put cooking. Our boy can tell us more about cooking and maybe / baking. Like that's one of the hobbies that I saw because I had checked online and I was seeing how chicks were saying, a man who can cook is whatever, is a turn on or something. So cooking.
Is it?
Is the hype true?
You guys are putting me in the hot seat. Hey, you're putting me in the hot seat. It's okay. It's hot enough. I mean, I can stand the heat in the kitchen if anything. So, is cooking worth the hype? Honestly, right now it's been abused. It's been abused right now. Because you see, the whole point of cooking is having a proper meal. Forget the whole shenanigans of creating content and stuff. But the whole point of cooking is getting a proper meal as a man, because majority obaba tunakuanga. But to answer your question, does cooking get you laid? Yes, it does. Mad, bro. You get some serious coach from just cooking. And then I'll get cooked for this.
So
I'll teach myself cooking.
And Olibodain said that there's something beautiful. There's something beautiful in like waking up in the morning and making someone a couple of eggs and stuff like that.
Well, the whole process is actually fulfilling. Like you start with an onion, a tomato, an egg. You start with whatever and salt, and then you end up with something solid. It's just a beautiful process, especially when well done. It's a beautiful process. So it's I could say it actually is.
So even like there are friends of ours from Sukari. They have transformed their like cooking skills into a business. The guys from Between Two Bands, they have transformed like their passion to something that can make them money. So the other one is bartending or making coffee, learning how to make coffee. You have a little experience in like bartending. So how can that make a person like a better person?
Well, unfortunately, most times people think when someone is a bartender, they become alcoholics. Funny thing is, most bartenders actually don't drink. Most of them don't drink. But as a bartender, I have not been a bartender before, but I have created cocktail content and stuff like that. And while I was at it, I was doing it with someone who's now a professional teach. They were telling me that what you really the biggest takeaway from bartending is the people you meet.
Yeah, exactly. Because even like I've been doing like an apprenticeship. And like my idea of like bartending was about like meeting people, talking to different people, and like having that the communities and the conversations. So I think it's a like maybe making even like coffee. It's like it forces you to be social, to talk to people, to actually put work in your craft so that you can make someone happy.
You can't serve a cocktail or a beer while you're sulking. And then you see now you serve all kinds of people. You're going to serve a hustler. You're going to serve
someone who had a very bad
projecting
all
the way from people who are considered low life to people who are considered full of life and stuff like that. So it's crazy. You meet a lot of people, and the more you talk, the higher your chances of actually making something of yourself.
Okay. What other hobbies do you think you can recommend to like maybe our listeners? Because our listeners, their age is maybe 18 to 35. What are some of the things that you can recommend?
That I can comment. Personally, what I enjoy is like outdoor activities. First of all, cycling. I'm a big fan of cycling, and it has its own health and muscle benefits. That's one. For the general public, of course, people are starting to move out of town, so you realize people are joining groups to go hiking.
So it works like a form of you have a community.
If you don't have hobbies, if unashindanga kwa nyumba kama vyombo, join those small
groups.
There
was someone who was saying that because someone was saying that most men are online nowadays, maybe on dating apps and stuff, trying to get laid, and it's not working.
It's not working,
but
especially for men.
It's very hard. So someone was saying that you can join maybe a community where you meet people who have similar interests to you.
Even sometimes without even much commitment into kujua watu wanaenda wapi, just check out platforms like squeeze information. You go on Twitter and see someone has posted a thread of things to do in Nairobi. You see, like changamka, pick at least one, mostly 5 so 1800. It's not like pesa kidogo, but anyway. You can every once in a while toka kwa nyumba, panda huko Ngong Hills, chill, relax, watch the sunset. It's a good hobby, isn't it?
Mr. Fidesio?
It's also even just watching sunset is also a hobby. You can just walk out, breathe, and watch a sunset.
Mr. Fidesio, tell us maybe something maybe you can encourage our listeners to maybe pursue. Maybe apart from film, what else, like a hobby or something of the sort that they can pursue?
Maybe a hobby, something like
something that they can just do to maybe make themselves better, maybe to get out of the house and things like that.
Maybe they can even try, sports like basketball. One thing about basketball, it's exciting. Also, you get to meet new people. Also about discipline and also teamwork. And also it's about unapata testosterone up.
Unapiga boost.
Nick, like what like we have mentioned a few things. Like what can dudes do? Maybe a list of maybe a few hobbies that they can pursue apart from the ones that we mentioned. Reading.
I think dudes are doing everything except reading. The other day we had an argument. Like any kazi tu ni kuset up my mics huko tusikizangi podcast. I was having an argument the other day with it was not really an argument, it was a conversation.
Like a discussion.
It started as an argument, and it's a lady, and she told me there's nothing as sexy as a swole nerd. You see, like you have actually achieved optimum level as a man. You're smart and you're swole. Literally, you're literally a god. So I will not tell you guys to go to the gym because I've been singing that song for the longest time. You already know where my stand on that. If you wanna better yourselves, guys, read books, watch stuff that builds you. If you can't read a book, find a hobby. When French is saying now, instead of going out, because people like us don't like going out, look it up on YouTube. Obsess on it. Obsess on it, and you'd be surprised. People out here. Personally, I'm a big fan of guns. It's something that I actually watch gun videos to relax. My YouTube is fucked up, man.
Can tell a lot from someone's YouTube.
So I even like the way you're saying, there's a channel called Better Than Food. It analyzes books only, like very very nice books in like 10-15 minutes only. Like where they take a book and they tell you like their own version of it, and you can decide if you will read the book or not. So even there's also maybe you can read blogs. They are very nice blogs.
There's no limit to information. There's no limit. Ukikosa kitu ya kusoma karatasi ya chumvi. Improve your diction for some.
Yeah, improve your diction.
Yeah, improve your diction.
So even on our Substack we have like weekly long reads list.
Yeah.
So you can go and check that out. And parting shot. So Fidesio, where can people find you and your work?
So
But I'm just saying your works.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can say my work. My work is I'm a filmmaker. That covers everything. Also, maybe I can put it clearly. I'm more of a content creator. That is, I'm a filmmaker. I also write stories. It's not just about filming. Also, I'm a videographer. If you need my services,
so where can they find you? Like your socials, your YouTube, where they can go and subscribe and.
So my socials, you find me everyone. That is Fidesio. When you just search for that name, I think that's the only name that's a unique name. That is Fidesio Gachoki or Fidemat. And also you can find my work on Instagram, on YouTube.
What's your YouTube channel?
So it's called Haso Yangu. We tell stories of Kenyans, Africans beating out to build their businesses.
Okay. So follow and subscribe to Fidesio's work and Haso Yangu. Nick, where can people find you and your work?
So again, Nick Muthumbi, web developer, digital creator. Just Google my name, you'll find me.
Yeah.
Just Google my name.
I think up on even like your site is there.
Yeah. My portfolio on Google is amazing. Just Google my name. Utanipata huko.
Yeah.
Will be live.
Okay, so people can find more information on benkiko.io.
Benkiko.io.
Yeah. Or they can follow you all on your socials. I'll put the links in the show notes.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a great year, and thank you for the support.
Happy New Year. See you next year, and let's do amazing stuff.
It's been real. Peace out.